Hello, my name is Paul. I'm Gatling CEO or co-founder, and today I'm really excited because this is our first major online event called Reload, and we're going to talk about the future of Gatling and our next product strategy for this year. There is a question I get a lot in the age of AI right now is load testing going to disappear because of AI? And I'm sure you all get all these kind of questions. Are engineers going to disappear as well? I must say I'm not even surprised to hear that. That's not the first time I'm hearing that load testing should disappear because of a technological shift. This happens many times because of DevOps, because of cloud, because of microservices. And I can even tell you a story wherein 10 years ago I was invited to a major cloud event by a provider. And basically what I heard at this time was, it's good that you're here, but we don't really need load testing anymore. So that's something of the past. With all these great technologies, you don't need to bother about performance anymore. And the year after that, same event, same cloud provider, and they came to me with a completely different speech. They told me basically, we're looking for a tool to help our users optimize all the technologies we've built for them, because basically they're struggling to use them at their full potential. And I must say, when we're helping our customers, when we're helping organizations deal with performance issues, sometimes the load balancer itself couldn't be a bottleneck in your application. So that's something you can optimize. So every technological shift was supposed to eliminate these performance problems, but instead what we saw is they make them harder to understand, and even harder to detect. And why is that? Because abstraction, all these abstraction layers, they help the development teams move fast. But controlling everything and understanding everything that is happening in your application, that's something that became harder for everyone. A single engineer isn't able to understand everything. It's not possible to be an expert of all the technological layers of your application. You need data. You need a lot of data to understand what is happening. And that's what makes actually load testing relevant from a technical perspective. But it's not only relevant from a technical perspective, it's also relevant from a business perspective. And I usually say that load testing isn't a technical topic. It's, first of all, something about business. It's about business problems you're trying to solve. And I can give you many examples. For instance, you can have a crash of your application that impacts directly your revenues because it happens at a very critical time. You can have unhappy customers because your application is performing poorly. Or you can even have all your tech teams under a lot of stress because they had to deal with many technical incidents. Or they can even be in a situation where it's impossible to release features. So all these situations, they are all examples of direct economic impact load testing can solve. So it's a business problem that we try to solve with a technical approach. But I think seeing load testing as something technical, very technical, is a mistake. And why is that? Because it's not about generating traffic. It's not about generating graph and data. What matters most is what do you do out of this data? What kind of decisions you can make out of it? And there is something missing each time we help customers and organizations move forward with a load testing strategy is you don't have the initial intent. Why in the first place do you need to do load testing? What are you trying to solve? And that's something, if you really want to get value from load testing, you must be able to have all your teams, business team and tech teams, communicate with each other and understand, okay, what are the problems my business teams want to solve right now before I design my load testing strategy. And you can have different scenarios. You can be in a situation where you're going on national television tomorrow and you expect a lot of visitors on your website, downloading your application, and you expect some performance issues. And you want to avoid that. It can be the release of a new feature. So it's a major event of the year and you want to make it perfect for all your users. In a nutshell, if you don't have your business team in the loop, you can't create value with load testing, so you can't take any decision. And that's the entire point with load testing. And I think that's something the entire load testing industry missed for many years now. We optimized execution, we optimized support protocol, we optimized provisioning of load injectors, we optimized collection of data, but that's all technical aspects. So we didn't tackle the issue, how do we make business teams and tech teams communicate with each other, defining a common strategy to tackle performance issues. So all our efforts as a load testing tool should be focused on how do we enable this decision making with load testing. Otherwise, load testing and all the data you produce are just noise for you and your teams. So our answer with that is continuous performance intelligence. So this is what we want to change with Gatling. We felt that we needed to have a new approach regarding our product. So what does it change tomorrow for you and your team? So instead of just going, having all your tech teams developing tests, running tests, gathering data, the first thing you will be doing with our product is having your business teams and your tech teams sit at the same table and discuss, okay, what is important for us to improve? What are the business challenges we want to tackle this year? So we felt that we needed to change something in our approach. And we came up with this concept of continuous performance intelligence. So first of all, performance intelligence because we wanted to have actionable insights. We don't want just to provide you with data to understand what's happening in your application. We want your tech teams, but also your business teams being able to open our product, see the KPIs, see the metrics, see the scores, and take a decision together, okay, what should be our focus from a tech perspective? Should we release new features? Should we focus on performance issues in order to solve them? So that's basically the idea. And continuous because we don't just want to have a load testing tool. We want to have a tool that you can open on a daily basis. But even your top management should be able to open it on a daily basis and see, okay, how does it look like from a culture perspective? Where am I in terms of building a long-term performance culture among my different teams? So basically, load testing isn't the topic anymore. It's all about continuous performance intelligence. So what does it mean? Continuous performance intelligence means going from data to decision because as I said, data is just noise if you are not prepared to make a decision out of it. So you need intent, you need a strategy, you need ownership as well among the different stakeholders within your organization. But it's also from test to trust, because basically your business teams, they're not asking you to do load tests. What they want is trust, confidence in what you're building. They want to rely on the technology you're building. But also it means going from complexity to clarity and communication, because you're not going to solve performance issues by producing more data. You're going to solve performance issues if you make it clear to everyone, okay, what does it mean in our strategy? How do we want to tackle this? What are the main business challenges we want to tackle with this strategy? And last but not least, it means going from experts to everyone, because if you want really to scale your load testing strategy, if you want to go beyond having a few experts who are the bottleneck if you're in your load testing strategy, you need to have a tool where everyone can understand what's happening, where everyone can understand what are the next steps in our performance strategy in order to improve this performance culture. So this means we need to enter a new phase in our product strategy, and we see in terms of focus 4 pillars in this new product strategy. We need to have way more features in terms of test management, so not only managing all your assets, technical assets of your test, but okay, managing the strategy, managing the objectives that you want to have in your test. But it's also about having actionable insights, not only data, metrics, percentiles, but okay, what are the different components I can optimize in my application? We want also to have features about shared capability and ownership, because we want to gather all the stakeholders of your performance strategy in the same place. And last but not least, we want to have AI as a continuous companion. AI is not just a new feature in our product. It's many roles that will have an impact on your load testing strategy. AI can be a guide, so defining what is your strategy and your objectives in your load testing strategy. It can be a builder to help you script your tests, run your tests. It can be an analyst, help you understand all the metrics you're creating. And also it can be an advisor saying, okay, what should you be optimizing? What are the next steps if you want to go further in your loss testing strategy? So all these features, they will be designed to help you build a long-term performance culture, but also has an impact from day one. So what does it mean for your organization tomorrow? So it's only the beginning of a new phase, 2026. But what you will see tomorrow in your organizations is top management, business team, tech teams collaborating on a daily basis, optimizing on the long term your application's performance, and making it possible tomorrow to have load testing as a true asset in your business strategy. As I said, we had a strong focus on execution before in this industry. And I can say today that with this new phase, execution was phase one, and intelligence now is phase two. Load testing is not dying. It's returning in a new form. And this new form is here to help us to answer this question: how do we bring value with load testing? And I'm very happy today to present you all the features we're going to release this year, but also which direction Gatling is going in the next few years. So load testing is not dying. It's not dying because of AI, like it didn't die because of DevOps, of cloud, or microservices. It's just returning in a new form. And AI, of course, is going to play a big role in this transformation. But the main question is, how do we bring value to our tech teams and to our business teams thanks to load testing? And I think continuous performance intelligence will completely change this perspective. And I'd like to thank our open source community. I'd like to thank our customers who actually helped us shape this roadmap. We need your feedback, so feel free to get in touch with us throughout the year. And we'd be happy to present you all the features we're going to release and also implement some of your feedback. It's the next chapter for performance engineering. We're going to build that together, but most importantly, I'd like to welcome you today to continuous performance intelligence. Thank you very much.